We're going through such a tumultuous time in this country. And this school shooting from earlier this week was tragic. And I cannot fathom what students are going through each day that they go to school and what parents feel as they go take their children to school, and the teachers that go to school daily and they don't know if a mass pew pew person is going to swoop in and take their life that day. But then you have the Republicans that are more pressed about a fetus than the children once they are in this country on the other side of the birth canal. They would rather protect any and everybody's rights to a pew pew. And I believe in the Second Amendment, but I also believe that there should be checks and balances. I'm not one of the people that are like, take all their guns away. I'm not that person. But what we are seeing is any and everybody having access is harmful. But these people would rather ban books. These people believe that books are more dangerous and should be taken out of schools than protecting the children that go to school. Now, here JD Vance is behind a bulletproof whole enclosure. Children don't get that type of protection, but this grown adult does. But he says school shootings are a fact of life. We just got to deal with it. This is where we are in this country, that we just have to deal with it. But people like this get protection. So Joy Reid, she reposted somebody else's commentary saying, Vance, have lots of kids, human incubators. Also, Vance, F them kids. They need to risk getting pew-pewed at school and suck it up. Indeed, your grandma will take care of them if they make it. If not, oh well, human incubators can make more. Who the F is voting for these people and why? Please explain to me why some of these people are more pressed about books. They're more pressed about books than protecting children, but they are perfectly fine with these people having protection like this. And yes, he did say that school shootings are a fact of life. So this is an article from CNN. Republican VP nominee JD Vance on Thursday lamented that school shootings in the U.S. have become a fact of life and called for greater security at schools in the wake of the shooting in Winder, Georgia, that left 4 people dead earlier this week. I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets, and we have got to bolster security at our schools, Vance said at a campaign event in Phoenix in response to a question from CNN on what specific policies he supports to end school shootings. They don't want to have policies. The only policies they care about is stripping women of their rights. They care about getting rid of books. They care about fascism. They do not care about this. It's like, instead of working to make it harder for a teenager or people with mental health issues to get these guns, they're just like, what are we going to do? And then they get to hide and protect themselves because they have the money and access to protect themselves. So the audience applauded. Vance continued, we've got to bolster security so that if a psycho wants to walk through the front door and unalive a bunch of children, they're not able to. And again, as a parent, do I want my kids' school to have additional security? No, of course I don't. I don't want my kids to go to school in a place where they feel like you've got to have additional security, but that is increasingly the reality that we live in. That is where they are. They are more pressed about other things than actual safety, yet they want women to have more children to bring into this insecure, unsafe world where people don't even have enough money for food or shelter. Let's just keep having them though, because grandma's gonna watch them, and forget about childcare and all of that. That's where we are. This is the Republican Party. It's kind of wild though. Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney are voting for Kamala Harris. Former Republican Representative Liz Cheney made it clear her war against former President Donald Trump won't be limited to her endorsement of Kamala Harris. In her interview Friday at Texas Tribune Festival in Austin, Cheney said she would campaign in battleground states this fall and also endorse Representative Colin Allred, Democrat in Texas, in his Senate race against Republican Senator Ted Cruz. So she is out there stomping for Democrats. This is what the Republicans deserve. In remarks, Cheney also said her father and former Vice President Dick Cheney would also be voting for Harris. The audience erupted in cheers after she mentioned her father's vote. Defeating Donald Trump is frankly important, but there are numbers of candidates around the country who have embraced election denialism, and I think it's really important we defeat them too. The Republican Party deserves to go down for all that they have done, the destruction that they have done to this country during these Trump years, and even during the years that he wasn't president. The MAGA Republicans they've been a poison. And so I'm glad that they have high profile Republicans doing this in public. Then there is a page on TikTok that says, that's called Republican Voters Against Trump. That's what RVAT stands for. And they have 100,000 followers. And they post videos of former Republicans, people that formerly voted for Trump, saying why they will not vote for Trump. I never voted for Trump. I am not voting for Trump. I am anti-Republican. I am anti-Christo-fascist, all of that. So coming from me, obviously, I am not voting for Trump. But these people did vote for Trump. And look at them. Look at all, these are white folks, y'all. And I watched several of these videos because it made me happy to watch these videos with these people, especially these white men, former veterans, a lot of them, former veterans that said that Trump is a cancer to this country. So I'm going to play a couple. If you're on my YouTube page, I'm going to attach 2 of these videos. If you're on TikTok, you just need to go over to the Republican Voters Against Trump page. And here I am just showing you more of these white male voters. Look at these. These are like literally people that voted for this man. And one more screenshot just so you can see, just be clear that this is not liberal me, black woman feminist, saying I'm not voting for Trump. No, this is the call is coming from inside the house. They know that this man is poison. They know that this man is anti-constitution and bad for this country. So, like I said, take it for them if you don't want to take it from somebody like me, because obviously someone like me, I've been anti-Trump for a long time and been loud about it. These people voted for Trump once, sometimes twice. So they've helped with the destruction of this country a little bit in that they did vote for this man, but at least now they're trying to turn the ship and right their wrong. So if you're on TikTok, go over there and watch some of these videos. If you're on YouTube, I'm about to play 2 of these videos now.
Hello, my name is Chris. I'm a retired soldier. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. At the end of the day, once the election is over, I'm going to have to look at myself in the mirror and know that I did the right thing. There's just no way that I can support a man like Donald Trump, who mocked, disrespected, and denigrated every serviceman that has ever served this nation by calling them a sucker and a loser. I refuse to be a part of that.
I'm a Republican and I voted for you in 2016. I was wrong to vote for you the last time, but I gave you a chance and you failed miserably. My name is John and I live in Wetumpka, Alabama. Back in 2016, I did vote for Donald Trump, and I knew it wouldn't be long before he'd cut his own throat. And skeletons would come out of the closet. And he's been so dishonest. And he's been so disrespectful. He's like a little child that doesn't get his way. He's a tyrant, a fascist, and a demagogue. He throws temper tantrums whenever he wants to. I'm from a military family. And for you to call our military prisoners and heroes and current, past, and others losers and suckers, you said of the military. And I can't believe why our military didn't jump your butt then. You have set a record for the most White House and other agency personal firings? Mostly good and smart people. I'm a Republican and I voted for you in 2016. I was wrong to vote for you the last time, but I gave you a chance and you failed miserably. So this Republican, ex-Republican, like many others, crossed the party line and voted for the other guy in 2020. If the other guy would have been a damn pig, I would have voted for the pig.